As we are live from Indianapolis, just outside the Circle City in the town of, well, Claremont or Brownsburg, whatever you want to decide. I know it from old school ways. It was Brownsburg or Claremont. Some are going to say Brownsburg. I don't care. Either way, we're at a very fun short track tonight. Lucas Oil Raceway, formerly known as Indianapolis Raceway Park. It is race number 9 of the Great Lakes Truck Series, presented by Black Horizon, a Clashing Sabers 140 here from Lucas Oil Raceway. I am the captain, Chris Scala. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday night. And we appreciate everybody joining us, including Sam, who I had no clue was going on vacation this week, Barnes, as I've been messaging him about doing a podcast. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Sam, enjoy your time off. I didn't know you were going anywhere. But needless to say, we're here for a great night tonight of racing. 140 miles and 200 laps around this very fun multi-bank track that is going to produce some great racing and has produced some great racing here in the Truck Series in the past, and we're looking forward to it here this evening. All right, so I'm going to show you the point standings, but I have learned through Cody Beatty and potentially that I'm going to put a disclaimer in here that the points aren't fully accurate maybe, but I'm still going to put the points up here for you guys to see whereabouts you are at as we enter this race this evening. Of course, this is thanks to the website. As let me get this off the screen. This is where it looks right now after 8 races, 2 races to go in the regular season. After this evening, it is getting ever so close to finding out who is going to make it into the playoffs when it is all said and done. And now I'm all of a sudden having like thoughts in my head of, wait a minute, this is race 8, right? Let me just go count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Race number 9. Yep, I got it right. So race number 9 here tonight of the series. So we'll see how it all shapes up. At Atkins leading Fontaine right now. Sparling, Allman, and Cruz right now. Your top 5, at least that's what that says. That could be different. We'll have to see. But that's at least what it says. There's my disclaimer, though, for you. That we'll get those updated hopefully here this evening as we get ready to go racing tonight. Drift in his fuel mileage says 78 laps. And this is when I tell Drift, yeah, I'm aware of that because I've actually been working out a strategy with my team down there in our chat, so I appreciate you, Drift. But needless to say, we're going to see a fun race here this evening as qualifying is underway. Zach Allman's already been on track and on the pole right now as you see Telder, a very good short track driver in himself, which reminds me, if you're looking to put a lineup together before this race, you got a couple minutes to do so. Just go over to GreatLakesSimRacing.com and sign up for the Fantasy Racing League. You can pick your drivers here tonight that'll run well, that you think will run well, and you have a chance to win a cool prize from Butt Kicker and also from Major's Garage, an all-access pass there. So, of course, some pretty cool prizes there, as always, to potentially win. A lot of trucks on track. Let's jump over here to the 95, Bryce McCoon. One of the TIX racing trucks. That team's starting to kind of come to life a little bit. Up to 7th in team points after starting dead last after Auto Club. And those guys feel kind of confident tonight. Zach Allman right now on the pole with a 22.19. As, well, that's not how you get around here. Unfortunately, McCoon's up in the wall. Who put that wall there? Let's go look at some of the track history here around this speedway. Lucas Oil Raceway, according to the website, this will be the 3rd race ran here. And the guy who won both of them so far, Zach Allman. Yep, Allman won back in November of last year. Matter of fact, it was 1 year ago tomorrow that he won here at the Lucas Oil Raceway, and then the Hubats 150 last season here at Lucas Oil in July won that race. So this will be the 3rd trip. So who do we follow tonight? Well, Zach Allman, who's also the pole sitter right now in qualifying. Brandon Alphin, 2/10 or 2/100ths off. So is Dylan Parker, Sean Peachin. As Dalton goes to the pole with a 22.1. Look out for that 4-car. That team's got a little bit of momentum now after the win by, or the 2nd place run, I should say, by Fontaine. He about won that race last week. And what I state is one of the craziest races I've ever been a part of in the broadcast booth. That was definitely up there on my list for one of the best of all time. So, So Dalton right now looks like will be the third pole winner in 3 races here. Evans and Calhoun, the only other 2 pole winners here. And unless something magical happens here in the next minute, and it doesn't look like it's going to, we are going to see Jason Dalton on the pole for tonight's race. So congratulations to him as the trucks will grid. Let's talk to Mr. Dalton here for a quick second. As Jason joins us, man, congratulations. Nice late lap there to get the pole tonight for this race. And congratulations. Is the truck as good as, at least for 200 laps, as it is for 1?
No, man, it's really up and down. You can run pretty hard there a little bit in the beginning, but then the tire fall off. It's going to be a tough night.
Obviously, a big field tonight. Almost 31 trucks going to be starting this race. Talk about strategy. How do you keep that track position? Because I think if we get some cautions here, I think you're going to see a mixed bag of things happening.
Yeah, I really wanted to put a lot of emphasis on qualifying up front. I think you can, if you get up front and kind of stay up front a little bit but not burn your tires up, stay out of trouble, you'll be all right.
There you go. Well, nice job tonight, man. Congratulations. And I think I've just thought of a new nickname for him that I'm going to save for superlatives or when he doesn't hear me. I'm going to put it on the air and let everybody else hear it first. But, Jason, nice job on winning the pole.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you too, bud. He's focused, ready to go. He's a very quiet and a very cool guy to talk to. As Jason Dalton, the pole sitter for this evening, as we get him down to his team. And let's look at the starting lineup. I just thought about it. Anybody realize he sounds like Mike Helton in NASCAR? Maybe we should call him the president. Anyways, Jason Dalton on the pole, as I mentioned. He'll start there alongside Zach Allman. Allman looking to go 3 for 3 here at this track. Brandon Alphin, Dylan Parker, row 2. Sean Peachin, Brian Sutphin, another great qualifying effort. Can he put a full race together? We're going to find out shortly. He'll start 6. Dane Cruz, Chris Evans, row number 4. Row number 5 is where you'll see Cameron Ingram. Good run for him. Caden Atkins, who has a win at USA Speedway, which is kind of like this one. Dylan Glass, Clark Gennikin there, row 6, row 7. There's Dean and Cummings, last week's winner at Eldora, getting his first career win there in the 63 truck. Noah Maori, Sam Fontaine, row number 8. Row 9, Telder Calhoun, the first ever pole sitter here. He'll start 18th. Jason Clark, Blaine Sparling in row 10. Row 11, Ben Pierce, Tim Averill, Cedric Ingram, Alan Best in row number 12. Row 13, that you guys aren't even seeing because I got to turn it. There we go. Justin Bonderick, Tyler Brewer, Bryce McCoon, Cody Beatty, Drift, Travis Ikavanchi, Robert Lukens, and Anthony Marshall. Going to be your 32 starters on a short track. You can't make this up. Every week you think the field's going to get smaller, and nope, they all show up. 200 laps to get around this track in the Clashing Sabers 140. If you do not know what Clashing Sabers is, it is a podcast that's kind of based around Star Wars and stuff that Sam Barnes and others host. You can check out ClashingSabers.net for the podcast information and so much more. And may the force be with somebody this evening. Now, could it be ironic that the 4 truck is on the pole for this race? May the 4? Who knows? But either way, we're coming to the green flag for 200 laps around Lucas Oil Raceway. I know it is Indianapolis Raceway Park. The trucks return here next season in real life, by the way. Green flag. Already side by side off turn 4. Allman's going to lead lap 1. It's going to make you wonder if that top groove is the way to go on restarts. Through 3 and 4, you see Alphin inside of Sutphin right now. That's for 4th. The 21 of Peachin inside of Chris Evans for 6th. Oh, and contact, Sutphin's in the wall off the back bumper. The 28 Evans involved. And we're going to have a pile up. Alex Cummings involved. Amongst others. And caution out for the first time, lap number 3. Get a view of this here. Let me back it up a little bit. '28, 26 getting the wall. And everybody's piles in. Clark Gennikin involved. Telder gets a piece. Dylan Glass. Caden Atkins involved. Dean gets a piece. A whole big old wreck here. And Caden Atkins is going backwards on the front, back straightaway there. Oh, and he spins it right in front of McCoon. And he gets a piece of it because of it. Well, there's not going to be some happy people after lap 1. The boxing ring's going to be active. Let's watch it again. Wreck's going to happen. There's the pileup. Clark does a great job to stop. Sparling gets through. Abro gets through. See who else. Cummings gets involved, it looks like. And then the 2 trucks is going to keep going backwards here. And spins it right around in front of McCoon. A lot of trucks coming in to get damage fixed. Unfortunately, they were caution number 1 on the track. A lot of trucks getting damage fixed here, but the good news, I don't think any real bad damage on many of these trucks. Nothing that can't be repaired. I mean, Sutphin might have got the worst of it, and his truck actually looks halfway decent. Add Ben Pierce to the damage list, it looks like, unfortunately. Caution number 1 on the track. Viewers already tonight. Appreciate everybody watching us here on the Captain Esports Network. It's actually our last broadcast for the week. Probably a good thing. I'm pretty tired from the trips to Atlanta every day this week on my end, but needless to say, it's been worth it and stressful a little bit too, but we'll be all right. Here we go, back to green, lap number 9. Allman, Dalton, Alfin is up to 3rd. Dylan Parker set and Cameron Ingram up to 5th. Oh, and then the wall goes Telder off to 21, it looked like. I don't know if there was contact or net code or something. One truck off the track right now, and that's Chris Evans, unfortunately, in the 32. Oh, trouble, Tyler Brewer in the inside wall. The 40 truck, no caution though. The Sterling Marlin throwback there. You didn't think I'd get that one past me. That's exactly what that throwback is. You ain't gonna get anything past me, especially about Sterling Marlin. That's one guy can actually do somewhat of an impersonation of. Car ran really well. And had 4 tires and went around that corner there and ran well. That's my best Sterling Marlin for you. Right there, boys. Up here, battle for the position is the 7 of Cameron Ingram inside of the 3 of Parker. Peachin going to cross over. Tim Averill with issues. And I think he has towed himself to pit road. Not sure what happened there. Caution not out. I wonder if he's having blinking issues. Oh, yeah. Wow. Big warping issues. He got off the track, and now he got trouble in the front straightaway. As Telder's gone around. And he is towing. With Telder out, the boxing ring really is going to be active here shortly. I'll have to keep an eye on that one throughout the night. Oh, Christopher Dean also involved, who makes his return. Glad to see him feeling better in here tonight, but unfortunately, caution out here for a second time. Let's see what transpires here. A lot of action quick in this race. Miori dives it to the inside, and uh-oh. Oh, no. Bink. Alan Beth. Oh, hello. There's Dean to meet him. Unfortunate caution out for the second time here at lap 15. See if we get some pit stops. We'll go back and show the replay again. Looks like Clark on pit road drift and a couple of trucks with damage. So let's go back and watch this again. So Miori drives it to the bottom. Unfortunately, just slides up the track here. Nothing malicious. It's the way this track is with the multi-bank. It just barely edges into him. He does a fairly good job to miss him here. Like I said, Best gets a piece. Marshall goes spinning almost, and right there, whammo. Christopher Dean nowhere to go, and the Dean machine is unfortunately the done machine tonight. The 2 races left before the playoffs get going in 2 weeks. And Allman just went up and smacked the wall himself. What in the world's going on here? Anybody see that but me? Watch this. Oh, this might be a weird night. So the guy that's won both races here in this track's history just goes up and kind of says hello to the outside wall in turn 3 and 4 for some reason. I mean, here in the first 18 laps of the race, we've had 2 cautions, a Sterling Marlin impersonation, and the leader hit the wall himself under caution. Well, things are going to get interesting, I think. Let me check on the boxing ring real quick. I have a feeling things are getting fired up real quickly. Alrighty, 9:14 Eastern time. Robert Lukens in the boxing ring. Green flag out. Only I could find a way to, well, nah, it wouldn't be clean enough for me to put it on the air. I need somebody to be my boxing ring reporter, please. Oh, Alfin gets into the wall. Him and Fontaine get together and they're still not done. Alfin saves it. Well, they're beating and banging everywhere tonight. Alan Best on pit road, unscheduled stop there. Well, it's like they picked up where they left off on dirt last week. As Dalton trying to get the lead here off turn 4. Very tough to pass at this track with the multiple degrees of banking and stuff. But one of the rare things I'd like to see iRacing work on potentially, and I know probably they will one day, is that darkness you see sometimes. It's like the lighting or something doesn't hit the truck or something with the graphics or something. I'm not sure how that works out. Check back here. A couple trucks involved in some accidents earlier. Dane Cruz making some passes back here up to 21st. Right behind him there is Alex Cummings in the 63. Got Sutphin in between them. Sutphin, unfortunately, a lap down right now, trying to get his lap, or make that 4 laps down into 26 truck. There's Cody Beatty in that 78 truck, the black and green Mobile. Chris Evans up in here. You see Cedric Ingram's also in this battle. There's Cedric up there in that 19 truck. As you look here, Noah Maori making a move inside of Fontaine. That's for the 6th position. Up here, it's become a 4-truck battle for the lead as Dylan Parker has joined the battle. And look at Sean Peachin in a 21 truck. Sean says he's pretty good at Indianapolis. Oh, wait a minute. That's the big track he's good at. There's Alfin continuing on to 10th position. Caden Atkins up to 11th. There's Blaine Sparling back there in 95 of Bryce McCoon up to 13th right now. There's Dylan Glass, Travis Akavachi, who about won this race a couple seasons ago, oh, by the way. One of his favorite tracks, I would say. It was the night where, and Sam and I talked about this on the Here for the GLSR podcast. We talked about how this was the race a couple seasons ago that if this stays green, Ikavachi wins that race, we think. Oh, Peachin, hold on. And Allman has led pretty much every lap so far tonight from the pole. That damage hasn't hurt his truck at all as J.W. Miller joins us. JW using a phone from apparently the Stone Age. There's tight racing everywhere around this track. Looks like everybody's starting to get into a rhythm now. On board with Noah Miori running into 4th position right now. It happens. See Calhoun back there with Bondurant. You got Cam Ingram here with Sean Peachin behind him. The one thing I definitely saw tonight in practice, a lot of these trucks right on top of another speed-wise. So that's why you're not seeing really a separation in the field here. Oh, Cam getting close to him there, and I think Sean's on the back bumper of Cam. Here they come. We can hear the tires kind of spinning. And this has actually turned into a 6-truck battle for the lead now. This is when you know that you're holding up the field, is when everybody catches you and you're a leader. That's never a good feeling. .37 laps complete. Bryce McComb with a pass on Caden Atkins back here for 12th. Got the 59 of Sparling and Alphin right there in front of him. Up front, Dalton takes the lead from Allman. So the pole sitter to the front. Meanwhile, Cam Ingram in the wall now. Dylan Parker going to take second as Allman starts to pull down. Not sure if his truck's just falling off the pace now or what's going on, but here comes Maori. Teammate's going to go by. Here comes Peachin. The outside line going to choo-choo. Yeah, Allman's way off the pace all of a sudden. I'm not sure if Zach's just that slow or if he's maybe trying to save some tire or if he's getting real tight or what the deal is, but Zach lets those guys all go by and falls back to the 9th position now, unfortunately. So let's see if Dalton can get away from Dylan Parker. He's got 0.7 of a second on him. Let's go check on the boxing ring real quick. Yep, still just Robert Lukens. That update brought to you by nobody because I don't have a sponsor for it. Back here, Caden Atkins moving down to the low side as Icavaci tries to go around. So does Chris Evans in the 98. There's old Lukens back there at 33, the Harvick special. You see Brandon Alphin now starting to get shuffled out. So I wonder if something's going on to where on the long run, maybe these trucks that are damaged are just really falling off and getting tight. Because now you're seeing Brandon Alfin down that bottom line get freight trained, just like Allman. .46 laps complete here in this ClashingSabers.net 140. Again, check out their podcast at that website, ClashingSabers.net. It's a very cool podcast. They talk Star Wars and stuff like that. William Calhoun, Sam Barnes, and others. Oh, Clark gets into the 68. Into the wall goes Alex Cummings. And Clark is spinning, and I think Alan Best is involved. Caution going to be out. Let's cut back to it. Sorry, I was trying to find something real quick, and I saw it happen out of the corner of my eye. Before you heard the crack in my voice there for a second. Caution out for the third time. Let's see what transpires here. Actually, let's wait for a second here because the leader's on pit road. Let's cover the pit stops. Just about the 1/4 mark in this race. Clark thought he was slick tonight running a paint scheme like that, and it didn't work. He thought his truck would be a little slippery. So we're probably going to see a lot of trucks get damaged fixed right now. Cody Beatty doing the accidental oops, I drove through pit road deal. As Dylan Parker going to win the race off pit road. Followed by Dalton, Mayari, and Calhoun looks like going to be your top 4. All right, let's see the replay now that Clark said, hey, my bad. Clark on the outside of last week's Eldora winner Cummings, and you see he gets a little loose right there. He's trying to keep off of him, and he just hooks him into the outside wall hard. And unfortunately, well, he locks it up, and Beatty and Best and Brewer, he took out all the Bs in the race. Except for Bondurant. He missed him. Watch it one more time. And caution out for the third time. A tough break for all those guys involved here as we worked that third caution, as I mentioned, lap 53. Want to again bring up to you, if you get a chance to, check out the website, GreatLakesSimRacing.com. You can get a part of the Fantasy League. That, of course, is your chance to win a butt kicker prize. And also a cool prize from Majors Garage. It's a butt kicker gamer too, by the way. And a Majors Garage setup shop, all access pass you can win. And if, for those who don't know what the butt kicker gamer 2 is, it is an item that is really cool. It is, I'm looking at it right now. It's about, actually, according to the butt kicker website, got a pretty good price on it right now. And you could check it out there. But it's pretty much, it helps you feel like you're actually driving a car in real life. You could actually win this as part of that. And also a Majors Garage setup shop all access pass. All there at GreatLakesSimRacing.com. All right, back to green we're going to go here. We have 20 trucks on the lead lap, as Dalton and Parker are going to lead it back to the green at lap 54. Oh, and Dalton's in the wall now. And he goes spinning. Multiple trucks involved. Sean Peachin. Ike Avanci involved. And another parking lot in turn one. Sam Fontaine. I'm starting to wonder if people are maybe misjudging the corner. Let's see what happens to our pole sitter here, bringing out the caution. Oh, wow. Sean's going for, there's a view. Because this is now the third time we have seen contact in turn one. And Noah gets in the back of Dalton, who goes spinning and clobbers Peachin. Ike Avanci, I think the 95 is going to barely get through there. Sparling somehow gets through with a little bit of damage. Others stop. Fontaine's trying to get going. He's probably speaking French right now. Let's see one more time here. From the chopper. Oh, it happens up ahead there. Sorry. Let's back it up. The old Dale Earnhardt Tasmanian paint scheme there on the 8. As they go into 1. I think that's exactly what's going on, or just the way people are entering the corners, it's kind of a misjudgment. Dalton gets the wall. He's going to try to save it. Calhoun gets through. Cam Ingram gets through. And here he comes back down, and Peachin unfortunately gets clobbered. Bondurant gets a piece. Like Gavachi hits him. Oh, Bob Lucan's going to get through there. Dylan Glass. There's Sparling getting hit. Caden Atkins. Oh, never mind. Robert didn't make it through. 95 those, though. Nice job on his part. Cedric trying to get through. There's Beatty getting a piece of it. Allman stops. Not too good. Let's go on board with McCoon here and watch this. Wow. That's impressive. So Dalton and they're getting damage fixed now. And unfortunately, our second huge wreck in turn 1 tonight. And let me go check the boxing ring again. I might have to make JW my boxing ring guy tonight, since he's out here. Nope, still no action in the boxing ring. That's probably a good thing. So Parker Maori, the 99 of Calhoun, Cam Ingram, and Justin Bondurant going to be your top 5 now as we come back to green at lap 61. The 4th caution already. Saw somebody shoot up the middle in the back of the field there. Not sure who that was. Somewhere back here around Bell. Oh, into the wall goes Lukens real hard. And now he's spinning into Chris Evans. And caution out again. boy. Unfortunately, Lucan's involved in this one. What happened to the Craftsman Chevrolet here? And he hit that thing a ton. And Alphin on his inside here. Oh, he gets, oh, wow, that's a lick. Cody checks up as much as he can. Evan's going to get a piece. Look at Alan Best. I think he's going to get hit. Alan might got around it, actually. We'll go back to that restart. I saw somebody out of the corner of my eyes. Right there. Oh, okay. Maybe Pierce was trying to get in line or something there. Maybe that's what happened. Let's say I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Somebody go 3 wide up the middle. I'm like, wait a minute here. There goes Dylan Glass. He's going to get the wave around. So tonight, the penultimate race. In the regular season. One more race after this at the Michigan Speedway, the annual running of the the seasonal, because we don't run by year, we run by season. Seasonal running of the Michigan 200, or as some like to call it, the, of course, how did I've lost my brain all of a sudden here for a second. Well, not that I ever had one. I've lost the name of the forest in my head. Somebody help me. That's how weird of a week it's been for me. Well, anyways, the 200 at Michigan coming up next Wednesday night as we get our 10 people into the playoffs. I was in there thinking about it now in my head. What the heck is that place called? That kind of makes me mad. That's like an old tradition. I'm a traditional guy. Prehistoric Forest, that's it. I got it. The Prehistoric Forest 200 at Michigan next week, presented by Union.com. Oh, I had to think about that one for a second. Sorry to all the Michiganders up there. Oh, bad on me. All right, let's try it again. 67 laps, wrapping up the 5th caution. We're down to 15 trucks on the lead lap now. A lot of beaten up ones already here as we go green. Justin Bonner right there in that fierce number 11 truck, looking pretty solid. I just saw some 3 wide here off turn 4. Is Cody Beatty a little off the pace? There's that Brian Sutphin coming back up through the field now, back on the lead lap, I believe. Or he's close to it, I should say. No, never mind. He's 13 laps down. He's nowhere near. Sorry, Brian. I tried to give you a little more credit. Oh, Bonder, it's going to spin her out. And 6 caution. We are starting to see part D of the Lakeland race all over again. Let's see the old spinneroonie here by the 11. Just locks it down. Does a good job locking it down. Bondard's got himself a top 5 on a similar track to this, actually. Richmond last season. Josh Razzie watching tonight, and this is why we can't make 2 laps. Actually, hang on, Josh, because these guys got the talent to do it. They're just having an off night, unfortunately, tonight. Alex Cummings in the lucky dog. Go back on the lead lap. Might not be the best time to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways because, well, there's a part of me that just doesn't care. I'm going to talk to somebody. That's why I don't care. Well, he's muted and everything, so I might not be able to get a word with him. Let's, you know what? Dinner boy, where is he at? When all else fails on a race night, when you're having a bad night racing, you bring in William Calhoun to cheer you up.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. I wasn't expecting to get up this far. Practice was like rough as hell, but you know, like it just works out. Sometimes.
It does. So you know, we're here at Lucas Oil. Unfortunately, we've had a few wrecks tonight, a couple of big ones, but you've got that Sith Talk number 99 truck. Obviously, the sponsor tonight, ClashingSabers.net. Talk a little bit about that old podcast.
Yeah, man, it's a dope podcast. You can catch them on ClashingSabers.net. But if you're interested in anything Star Wars, man, they talk about it, and they go through recent series coming out, and it's pretty dope. Check it out.
Oh, listen now, you should. Did I do okay?
Yeah.
Dinner. We haven't talked dinner in a while.
I know, dude. It's been a rough season, and I haven't cracked the top 3 yet. We had a egg scramble with hot dogs, like put into tacos, you know.
So sausage, basically. That works. All right, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, good luck out there, man. Appreciate it. I figured I'd get you up here, podcast talk a little bit for a second, but great job so far, and who knows, maybe this is your night.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You do have the most laps led in this track's history so far.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No pressure. All right, but that is William Calhoun, a.k.a. Keith, the first champion in this league. Check out that Clashing Sabers. That's the first time I've ever done a Yoda impersonation. Hope I did okay. So now we've had Starling Marlin and Yoda in one night. Here we go. Green flag coming back out. Give it time. I'm sure Hank Hill will make an appearance. Parker continuing to lead with Maori up there in second. Now Calhoun, as he mentioned, his truck didn't feel so good in practice, but he's up here running third right now. Bondern, who just went Spinsy inside of Cody Beatty, and that, well, wad of a truck, I guess, unfortunately for Cody. No offense, buddy. '65 of Ben Pierce chasing Cedric Ingram there in that 19 truck. Cedric up in the 8th place right now. Well, that could be history tonight. We could have a father-son top 10. I don't think we've ever had that in this league. I mean, then again, not many father and sons race on iRacing together. I mean, obviously think of my dad and myself and Rudy and Aaron Cummings off the top of my head. Not many others. And the battle on here for the 8th position. Ben's going to send her down there. Unfortunately, no room to really slide her up. There's a slide job attempt. I'm not really decided to cancel. You get to see where the different degrees of banking make a difference on this track. That's where Cedric gets that run off the top side. But Ben's able to take the shorter way around. And I think if Sparling wasn't there, he would have done a slider on him already. But now Bondurant's going to make the move to the outside and take the 9th position away. Well, if you guys did the fantasy racing tonight with the GLSR, you might be in for a wild night so far here. You got trucks that have been involved in accidents up here in the front now. We've got some guys that haven't run really well up here in the front. So we're definitely seeing some a mixed bag of racers here, but Dylan Parker up here leading after 83 laps. Pass for third is Bryce McCoon making a pass on Calhoun. Remember earlier that wreck that he was involved in on like lap 3, and here he is up here in the 3rd position now. Cam Ingram, he was in the wall at one point. He's up to 4th. Zach Allman trying to make some moves. A little slider on Cody Beatty. He's got some front end damage now. Along with Dalton taking the spot away. On board with Allman down the back straightaway into turn 3. How tricky it is to get around this track the way the banking is really not there. Track's kind of worn out. As battle on here for the 8th position, it's Pearson Sparling. Lap car of Brian Sutphin there behind him, unfortunately. Brian involved in that lap 2 wreck. The 28 and he come together, and it was a pretty big one. The first of 2 big ones we've had so far tonight. Want to remind you guys, I know it's still about a month and a half away, but coming up December 17th. December 17th, a Friday night. It'll be the finale for this series. Usually these guys run Wednesday night, but we have set aside a special Friday night, December the 17th. And if you're interested, this might be one for you if you're in the Chicago area. Black Horizon, of course, the sponsor of the league here, the Black Horizon Truck Series. They're actually going to have the race on their big screens for the finale at Chicagoland Speedway. Virtually here on iRacing, you can watch these guys race on their big screens there at the brewery. We're going to be doing that race Friday night the 17th. It's a live broadcast, live race and everything. We'll crown a champion that Friday night. So basically what will happen is we'll run every race all the way through the season on Wednesday night, and then that specific week, Friday night, you can go watch the broadcast on the big screens there. So I definitely want to get that out there now in advance, especially if you want to plan a trip to Chicago. I tell you what, I would if I was close enough. Let's check out Drift in the 14 truck inside of Sparling. Drift might have to clean his truck out here. As he makes the pass for the 9th position. As Allman and all these guys going past the 19 truck of Cedric Ingram here as we're getting our longest green flag run of the race so far. Alex Cummings up to the 10th position. Here he comes. Remember last week, came out of nowhere to win that race at Eldora. Lightning strike twice, one stayed away. See the 46 making a pass of Dane Cruz on the 4 of Dalton. Here comes Clark Gennikin. A lot of these guys trying to work their way back up through the field. The bad news for Clark is he is 63 laps down in that 81 truck. So he's just trying to log laps. Oh, on his teammate, he pulls a slider. Dane Cruz with a slider on his teammate. Meanwhile, up front, it's the Dylan Parker show at lap 97. Noah Maori about a second or so back. There's Sean Peachin up ahead, the 21 truck. Again, if you saw the truck schedule come out a couple weeks ago, you might remember they actually put this track back on the truck schedule next season, which is awesome. Actually went to the last truck race they had here in 2011. It was won by Timothy Peters. So it's been about 50 or so laps for most of these trucks to be on pit road. The guy with the freshest tires right now runs in his 7th position. That's Justin Bonder, and he's 29 laps on his tires. I believe it was 2011. I lived in Indiana at that time. Yeah, I think it's been 11 years. Yeah, about 10 years, yeah. As Bonder gets past Calhoun. Yeah, because I ended up going to the truck race that night, and then the next night I went to the Xfinity race here. It was the last year before they went to the big track. So Bonder inside fresher tires. You got Drift back here with some fresher tires. Dane Cruz back there has got fresher tires. So very interesting mixed bag of strategy here in this race so far. Longest green flag run we've had as we are past halfway. And that's our chance to take a look at our race summary. 6 cautions, 31 laps, 32 trucks started. Dylan Parker with the fastest lap of the race. He ran that just a little bit ago. And this Clashing Sabers 140 here at the Lucas Oil Raceway virtually on iRacing. We appreciate you joining us tonight on the Captain Esports Network. And yes, I am the captain. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight. So Drift earlier said about 78 laps on fuel. Right now we're at about 55, so we're looking at another 20 laps or so on fuel. Now, that's going to be interesting because you do the math, 78, 20, that puts you right at lap 176, or 126, which leaves you 74 laps to go. So this should be, if it stays green, a one-stopper the rest of the way. Oh, no, getting a little loose off of 2. As Bryce McCoon starting to put pressure on him for 3rd. Cedric Ingram just went a lap down, back in the 15th position. And these two battling like it was lap 1 earlier tonight. Allman and Dalton. A lot beating up trucks now out of them, but, you know, at least it was a good fight earlier for the lead, and now it's a good fight for 13th. Zach looks like every lap he's going to knock the wall down. Of course, every time I watch a race here at Lucas Oil Raceway, if you're old enough to remember this stuff, you go back to the old Thursday Night Thunder days where the USAC Silver Crowns used to run here at this track. Tellner gets into Allman. And that's going to bring the caution out. Wow, that's going to make things interesting now. And here come the leaders to pit road. Drift's going to stay out, it looks like, as these guys come in. 4 tires and fuel. Parker going to pull away. Miori, McCoon. And I'm going to step away for just a quick second. I'll be right back. All right. Let's go down here and talk with Dylan, or see if Dylan's unmuted yet in his own chat. Yes, he is, finally. So we can talk to Dylan. I was thinking Dylan didn't want to talk to me or something. It was like I said something mean to him earlier. I go to talk to him, and his chat is muted, his microphone's muted, everything was muted, so I couldn't get a hold of him. But Dylan Parker, as you're about to go green here, how's the truck feeling? You feel like you got a shot finally?
Maybe, hopefully. This one's looking like the best one so far this season since Charlotte. So, truck's feeling pretty good long run, and yeah, I think I might be able to pull it off. We'll just, it's not over yet, so we'll have to see.
All right, man. Well, I know you go back green, so we'll leave you alone. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
All right, Dylan Parker leading this race. He's got Noah Mayari to his outside, Bryce McCoon, Cameron Ingram, Bondurant, Brandon Alphin, William Calhoun, Pierce Dalton, Sparling, your top 10. As we just got done with the longest green flag run. We're going to have to watch back here. As we go green, we'd rather keep an eye back here. Oh, Pierce is up in the wall. Sparling going to take him 3 wide. I mean, I haven't heard any kind of chat or anything, but... Oh, and Calhoun off the pace a little bit to the inside here. And Allman leading. Oh, and now Pierce is in the wall. And now there goes Elfin around. I was keeping an eye on the 54 and 44, but a lot of other stuff escalated. And now, wait a minute, Allman is spun over here in turn 4 now. Oh, drama. That's okay. Alfin's up here at the outside wall. And along with Calhoun being off the pace, so some things happening here. They're 3 wide with Telder gets into Alfin, who gets T-boned by Sutphin. Let's go look for Allman here. Here comes Mr. Pierce. Wow. And we're playing bumper cars out here. All right, who's going to bring the hashtag out first? Let's, So the crash starts with Alfin, unfortunately. He gets to the outside wall here. And I saw Calhoun. Did something happen between them two, maybe? No, looks like Alfin's right there behind Calhoun. Calhoun gets loose. Oh, Alfin gets loose too. They go into the corner and everything escalates right behind them. I want to go back one more time here because something looks weird here. You know me, I like to find weird things. Let's go to Telder's truck. There's Allman coming up to him. I want to see if Allman actually hits him because he's getting close to him. He's close to him. He's close to him. And then Allman starts getting tight right here. And gets up into, yeah. They didn't make contact, but it was pretty darn close. And I almost wonder if Telder got on the gas to get it, and it got in the back of Alfin, and then Zach. I think all that stuff trying to happen caused all types of mess. And then back here, you're going to see 65's not too happy. and things go on, we'll call it. Tyler Brewer went so far on Twitch or on Discord. The old photo of Jim Carrey and a eating popcorn. Oh boy. Well, it's been a wild race. Unfortunately, we're going to have some ticked off people and stuff, but that's what racing's all about, unfortunately. Things happen on short tracks, and that's what's happened tonight here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Green flag back out. Noah Mayari was given the lead there on that caution, and he leads this race. Dylan Parker, McCoon, Ingram, and Bondurant now your top 5. That's the battle there for 4th as Bondurant looking inside the 7. Oh, McCoon getting in the back of Parker here. Oh, and around goes Dalton to the inside wall. No caution yet. And now the caution is out. Somebody got to sing the song. Cautions breed cautions. There was a little bit of a self spin here, maybe on the 4. We'll see. And exactly, he just gets loose off the corner there, and no, he noses it. Look out, people. And gets it going again. Unfortunately, everybody's had their issues tonight as you see the almond truck flying through and getting a lucky dog. A lot of trucks leaving pit road, so got 70 laps to go or so when we get the green flag here. I want to remind you we are taking a small little break from the podcast, and that's only because Sam take a little vacation time. I'm actually on vacation next week, but I'm going to be still here broadcasting the races and stuff. Might enjoy some racing on my own next week while I'm sitting at home. But needless to say, we'll get back to the podcast here very soon. I'm actually working on something myself in the future. Not to tease anybody, but yeah, we'll see how it all transpires. So we should get one to go this time by. We have 15 trucks on the lead lap now. First truck a lap down is Brandon Alphin there. He's 2 down actually right now. Got Sean Peachin 4 laps down. Alan Best is 8. And then some trucks off the track. Brian Sutphin 20th right now, 22 laps down. A lot of beaten up trucks tonight, unfortunately. A lot of people have stayed on track and are just gaining lap time and gaining positions. Trying to help out their team points, let alone their own points if they're up there close to the playoff spots. As here we go, McCoon pushing the 8 a little bit already, and it looks like the 11's pushing the 3. As we come back to the green flag, look at it check up. You see Dylan Glass jumps to the bottom. Definitely a slower restart there. And it's interesting, talking about the podcast, Noah Mayari was on there a few weeks ago. We had him on and actually admitted he broke his back in a car accident back in his high school days when he was playing football. Something I never knew. And it's those kind of stories you can hear on here for the GLSR podcast and more. You hear it on Spotify and stuff. Good chance for you to catch up if you've never listened, so that when we get back on the air, you'll be right where we are. McCoon all over the back bumper. Dylan Parker trying to get that second position. Back here, Blaine Sparling and Telder. Unfortunately not for position, but a good race going on there. Cedric Ingram in front. There's Fontaine, still on track. He's multiple laps down tonight. A lot of beaten up trucks tonight. Unfortunately for the 54 of Allman, unless some kind of miracle happens tonight, his race to be the for only 3-time winner and still the only winner on this track's history, looks like he's gone out the window tonight. However, his teammate Noah Mayari, who's got 1 career win, coming at Homestead back in season 1, looking for win number 2. And as you know by what we've talked about throughout the season, it seems like this season's been all about winners that have not had many career wins getting their 2nd and 3rd career wins and stuff like that. If Noah can win tonight, it'd be the 8th winner in 9 races this season. As a matter of fact, your first winner in the field right now is the 7th place Alex Cummings. Everybody else in the top 6 has not won a race yet this season. So the $1 million question, who can make it on fuel? Let me look back here at some of these laps that people have pitted on. I look back here at Jason Dalton, who pitted at lap 130. I look at Dane Cruz, who pitted at lap 130. I look at Cody Beatty, lap 128. Could one of these guys right in this middle pack sneak a win here in Lucas Oil Raceway? It is possible. Of course, remember the last time we were in Indianapolis over at the Speedway, Cody Beatty got his first career win on a fuel mileage race. Pondering all over the back bumper of Ingram. As we ride with the 11, putting the pressure on Cedric, or on Cameron. Sorry to both. Matter of fact, hey, our streak's still alive here. Cameron's 4th, Cedric in 10th. Could see the father-son top 10 here. Let's jump back to, oh, trouble, Maori and Telder. What in the world just happened? Things can only get weirder. What did I just see? Stuff going on between Telder. Oh no. You Unbelievable. I'm trying to think back throughout the night. Oh, you know what? The 8 got into the 44 earlier again. Wow. Bondurant gets a piece of it. I'm gonna plead the fifth and not say anything. Not say anything mean. I'm just gonna keep on going here. Call the race. I'm biting my tongue right now. The caution's out again. Yeah, sorry, Sean. Sorry to see you get involved in that stuff, dude. So unfortunately for Noah Maori, it will not be win number 2 tonight. And we'll see if I can go find it real quickly. Where I think that stemmed from. I can't help, and Sam Barnes he's brought this up to me numerous times. And I said it back at the beginning of the season, and there was a part of me that when I said it, I'm like, man, I shouldn't say this. But then there was the other part of me that's like, it could happen. And unfortunately, I'm seeing it a lot more now. All right, so this is where that came from, by the way. Let's go back. This is all the way back at lap 13. Which leads all the way to this. As green flag comes out, by the way, we're going to go back to... Yeah, the wreck's already happened. Let's just go green. Parker leads. McCoon second. Ingram third. Alex Cummings and William Calhoun up to your top 5. I'll just state this. I have seen some things this season that I think some people in this league need to be handed some humble pie. Put it like that. Anyways, 50 laps to go. As we have now 13 trucks on the lead lap. And here comes Jason Dalton, who is fighting through to the 7th position. He battles. Up front, there's Alex. He was involved in a couple wrecks here tonight. Here he is now, 4th position, trying to sneak up on his 2nd straight win. He did it last week at Eldora. Look at Dylan Glass back here for the 5th position. Member of the military there, making his return this season. After being on active duty, how cool would it be to see him in victory lane tonight in that 16 truck? Are you saying that's one spicy looking truck? So Parker's pulled away to a 3/10 of a second lead over Bryce McCune. But that lead is getting smaller. As that's your battle there for the 3rd position between Ingram and Cummings. You see Calhoun and Glass continue to battle. Dalton right there with Drift also in the picture. We have less than 40 laps to go. Fuel mileage is pretty much out the window now. Parker starting to stretch it out a little bit up to about a half second or so on McCune. Cameron about 2.5 back. Alex Cummings, Glass. And then here's a couple of the PPM guys battling with each other. Cruz and Allman, who know each other all too well. Cedric Ingram back there in the 11th position. So that battle goes on there for the 9th position. Oh, and around goes Dylan Glass right in front of Fontaine. No caution. We stay green. And somehow Dylan's only lost 1 spot from this, and now he gets into Cruz. And they're in the wall wrecking. And that will bring the caution out. With 34 laps to go, caution out for the little time. Let's see what happens here. It all starts actually early in the lap with Gru getting into, or something happened with Gru. And let's find Dylan Glass here for a second. As the leaders are coming to pit road. Let's come back to it. Leaders are on pit road. As Mr. Veith has joined us tonight here on chat. This is a good time for me to say this race has been awfully Western, as I've learned from him. So with the pit stops happening here now, Jason Dalton's going to stay out and lead this race with Zach Allman and then Parker and McCoon. It looks like now. Well, let's go back and see what all transpires here. It starts in turn 3 and 4, like I said, with Dylan Glass, or turn 1 and 2, I should say. That looked awfully weird. More argy-bargy? Glass got the wall. Okay, Sam gets into him. That makes more sense now. And they all get going again, and then all of a sudden, Glass goes into the corner and truck gets tight on him here. And he slides up and just clips the 46 right there. And I think Cedric got into the 46, unfortunately. We'll come back to green with the guys who started on the front row tonight with about half their truck up. Caution's back out here, so they'll get one more lap. But we're going to have the front row from the race tonight with half their truck left. Dalton and the 54 of Allman. Then it's Dylan Parker, Bryce McCoon, and Cameron Ingram, your top 5. And the top 2 stayed out, and they have about 24 lap older tires than the rest of this field does. They are squeezing each other up against that wall. Green flag. As here come the fresh tires. McCone to the outside. Allman slides up in front of Calhoun, his old teammate. As McCone trying to clear Dalton for the lead, and does. Oh, and now he's up in the outside wall. And now he's getting loose in front of Parker. Calhoun goes around, and the leaders are wrecking. Ingram's involved. Oh, my gosh. I've got nothing. Tonight, all about survival, unfortunately. Well, I'm going to take my broadcast hat off here for a second and put my owner hat on for a quick second. I had a shot for my team to get its first win for about a lap. Yeah, it's all good. Anyways, all right, back to the race part. Wow, what a race it's been. Whew. I had to make some comedy out of that somehow. So Dalton now leads. Look who's here in second. Blaine Sparling running second now. The champion, who does not have a career win in this series, is now in second. Alex Cummings up to fourth behind Dylan Parker, who's got a lot of damage on his truck now. And meanwhile, back here is your fifth place, Cody Beatty. Whew. So we should get a green flag with less than 20 laps to go. As I check out the website, GreatLakesSimRacing.com, I'm going back to look at the history of this race. As I mentioned, this is the third race at this track's history in this series. I thought I'd be able to see how many cautions were in the other two, but I can't. We'll get one to go this time by. Here we go, green flag. Alex Cummings up to the second position. Here he comes. And Alex does have fresher tires here as he goes for the lead. Well, Mr. Clark, that ought to make you feel a little bit better. Parker up to second. Glass up to third. Parker with a good run through the center. He's definitely getting Alex. Alex is getting him on entry, but then you watch Parker through the center here. Right there. "16 laps to go. 10 trucks on the lead lap." Smarling trying to get around Dalton with the fresher tires. Got Calhoun there behind him. "13 laps to go as the top three separated out by about a second." Parker falling off the back end of Cummings a little bit here, so maybe getting a little tight. I made a comment earlier this week about the Gray Lake Sim Racing's newest star. I'm not kidding. And something just happened to Alex. Oh my gosh, with 12 to go. Did he just blow up? I heard something explode in the sound. Oh my gosh. What in the world is going on tonight? I've got nothing. I don't even know what to say anymore. So now it's the Dylan and Dylan show. Get Parker hold off Glass. Eight laps to go. I don't want to jinx anything, but I have a weird feeling this is not over yet. Now the positive thing here, by the way, is Alex will finish no worse than 12th. Everybody pretty spread apart here. This is your best battle on track right here. Is this fight for the lead as Parker stretches it out to 7/10. Let's see, what have we had tonight? We've had angry drivers. We've had a Sterling Marlin impersonation. We've had a Yoda impersonation at one point. What else have we done tonight? Four laps to go. Calhoun and Sparling battling for fourth. Three laps to go. Going to see two to go next time by. As Dylan Parker on his way to a first career victory. As he has now stretched it out to 1.7. And as long as nothing happens here in the next 200 feet, he'll see the white flag. And there it is, final lap. Oh, this is one that's going to be talked about for a while. Parker survived the chaos and a big wreck on the back straightaway. He's going to lead the most laps tonight. And he's going to see victory number one of his Great Lakes sim racing career. And it's going to come at Lucas Oil Raceway. Dylan Parker's your winner. Dylan Glass second. And the battle for third, or fourth, I should say, Dalton, Calhoun, and Sparling. Oh, those aren't the only fireworks going off. Good burnouts from Parker. He's had some experience at this. So we take a look at the final results from tonight. Parker wins it by 3.5 seconds in the end over Glass. Dalton ends up third. Calhoun, Sparling, your top five. Dane Cruz, Drift, and Cody Beatty finishes eighth. Cedric Ingram, Brandon Alphin comes back for a top 10 finish. 11th place, Alex Cummings, unfortunately on his way to a victory again, and it falls up short. Alan Best, 12th. 13th, I guess we'll go to Cameron Ingram. He was down here in 15th, but 13th on the thing. McCoon, Allman, Bondurant, Miori, Peachin, Gennigan, Atkins, all part of the attrition and junkyard, should we say. Fontaine, Brewer, Pierce, Sutphin, Clark, Lukens, Telder, Evans, Ikavachi, Marshall, Dean, and Abril, who unfortunately left the race with, I think he blinked out a whole ton, but, you know, I mean, heck, he could have blinked out all the way to probably a top 10 finish. But needless to say, everything happened, and it is what it is tonight. And let's talk to our top three finishers. And just looking over the Discord chat real quick. Boy, what do you say after a race like that, you know? Third place finisher, Jason Dalton. I'm sure he's not going to be happy, or maybe he will be with this, but Jason, you survived, we'll call it. after a wild night like that, you start on the pole. Led some laps, and unfortunately, though, not able to win this thing with a beaten-up truck, but you do get a third still in the end.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy with the third. As disappointing as tonight was, it was, God, I don't even know where to start at, man.
Yeah, I don't either. That was unfortunate with all the situation that happened. I know it looked like maybe some misjudgment over in turn one in the corner there. I know this track, and I've talked about this a few times in different tracks and racing, where you get these tracks that have that different, almost like where you can run multiple ways into a corner, like a Michigan turn 3. I think Lucas Oil is one of those tracks where it looked like you went to turn into the corner, but the other truck wasn't yet committed, and you guys come together.
Yeah, I really don't know what happened. I know I was trying to stay my normal high line there. I felt something tap me there on the right rear or left rear. The next thing I know, I was spinning and going everywhere. So I know Noah well enough to know that I don't think it was intentional, and he apologized to me. So there's no hard feelings there. It was just very unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think you took the hot sauce off of Sean's right side. But needless to say, though, you still come back and get yourself a top 3 finish, a good points night for you.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, we were just trying to have a good run tonight. All of the KJD2 guys were really looking forward to this race. We're more short track guys, so we were having fun, looking forward to it. But man, just happy to get out of here with a good points night. And I got out and looked at my truck. That thing needs to be in the junkyard, man.
Dale Jr. is going to be collecting a lot tonight. But still, man, great job. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, just the KJD2 guys. They helped me a lot there and talked me through some things and helped me with some pit strategy and damage and stuff. And all the support I get from my family that watch, and of course the guys that put on the league and everything. And of course you, man, you do an awesome job. I say it all the time, but you're the best there is.
I appreciate that, man. Great job tonight. Third place finish for you. And we will move on to Michigan next week. And best of luck the rest of the week, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, man. Looking forward to it. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. That is Jason Dalton, finish in the third position tonight in the KJD2 car. And I'm looking over here in the General Spotters chat. It's pretty interesting, I'd say, right now. Let's get our second place finisher up here. A man that I've been waiting to talk to for a very long time up here. It is very good to hear from this young man right here. Dylan Glass, a second place finish. First time we've had a chance to talk here publicly, but good to see you back and good to see you safe. And as always, one that we always cheer on because of what you do for this country and stuff. But nonetheless, man, great second place race tonight.
Yeah, it was a long race. A lot of adversity to overcome, but I probably fixed 3 to 4 minutes of damage on the truck throughout the race, and then got up towards the front for the last couple restarts and tried to keep it clean and finish good, and that's what happened. So it was good. It was a good race.
Yeah, it was a good race for you, man. You finished in the second position, but like it wasn't due to a lack of incidents on your end either. So you were involved in some messes tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was early in the race. I think I was in a couple that got some front end damage, and then later on I went a couple laps down, got the laps back, and then I was up in 5th and got into the wall, got spun. I don't know what happened. I got into the side of somebody there and got that damage fixed. Got back up, a couple more cautions, got back up to I think 5th or 6th is where I started on that last restart, and it was fast. I just went right up to 3rd or 2nd, and that was where we finished.
Well, still a great job. Yeah, absolutely, man. And I know it had it's rough times tonight, but still a great finish for you. And at least Dylan finished 1-2 tonight, we'll say, right? But
yeah, that was great.
Right, still a great job tonight, man. Shout out to whoever you like to, sir.
Everybody watching Brewer Motorsports, they brought me in as a teammate, and they're been a lot of help. And you, great broadcast, of course, and everybody watching, and Travis for the league, everyone racing. It was fun.
Well, great job, man. Congratulations, and I appreciate your. Do me a favor, remind me again of your group that you're with, your battalion.
I'm at Fort Campbell 320th Field Artillery. That's where I'm at.
There you go, man.
Right
Appreciate what you do. Appreciate everything that your group does. Everybody in the military, man. This is just one of many heroes right here in our lives. So thanks, Dylan. Appreciate your time, man.
Yep, thank you. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. Dylan Glass finishing in the second position tonight, but always first in our hearts. Him and many people that fight for this country. Appreciate everybody in what they do for us to allow us to just sit here on a simulator of all places and do this kind of stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool, isn't it? I would say. I hate to interrupt this live video up there, but Dylan Parker, we're going to pull you down here. Congratulations, man. Welcome to Victory Lane. I don't know if you saw what was going on behind you, and even one wreck, it was in with you, but you somehow survived this chaos and won.
Oh yeah, I saw some stuff behind me. There's definitely some interesting stuff going on in this race. You know, I'm just glad I wasn't a part of that. I was up front for most of it. I don't think I fell back to further than fourth this race, which was pretty nice because from what I was hearing in the VC was a lot of stuff was going on back there and a lot of cars that started the race did not finish. So, you know, good race to choose to start up front and finish up front.
Yeah, you definitely kept the track position. As I mentioned, you were involved in that one on the back straightaway. Unfortunately, I think it looked like Bryce just unfortunately lost it and just tried to keep control, and everybody got involved in that one. But you were able to survive it and get out there, and I know it's got to feel good to finally get that monkey off your back and win this thing.
Oh yeah, it was my teammates kept telling me I got a chance to win this week, and every week it'd feel like I'd qualify up front, do good for a few laps, and then mess up, and it'd just go downhill from there. So this is definitely nice to get the win finally and do it while leading laps. It wasn't kind of a lucky. Well, it was a little bit of a lucky toward the end with people's engines blowing, but I was up front for most of the race, so I'll take it.
Well, hey, it counts in the win book no matter what. So congratulations on that, and shout out to whoever you like to, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Precision Plus, PPM, all the admins in the league that make it happen every week, and just you for doing an awesome broadcast every week and just everything that makes this league happen.
Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win, man. Appreciate the kind words, and you're now a winner in this series, and go celebrate.
Oh, yeah, I will. Thank you.
You too, buddy. Dylan Parker, winner tonight here at the virtual Lucas Oil Raceway. Congratulations to him, and what a wild race it is. I'm just going to say appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. Appreciate all the racers out there who put in the effort each week and get out there and race as clean as possible and stuff, but unfortunately things happened, and tonight was one of those races. So we'll move on and go to Michigan next week for the Prehistoric Force 200, the 5th running of that race. So congratulations to all the drivers in that. So with that said, we're heading out. Appreciate everybody for joining us on this Wednesday evening. Next time you will see me on the air will be sometime this weekend. I'm not sure exactly when. Sometime this weekend we'll get the Short Track Super League Dirt Race on, and so on and so forth. So otherwise, I've got a few days off, and I'm going to kind of enjoy it. So I might even do some racing myself. With that said, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!